You're watching Fox 45 Morning News. All local, all morning.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 7th. As you look out over the Inner Harbor there, I'm Patrice Sanders.
And I'm Tom Rogers, and we are, yes, it is. We're moving along in this week here.
Parents, teachers, and friends have all told teens not to text and drive, but nothing might be as effective as something they'll experience today in Fulton.
Joel D. Smith is live at Reservoir High School, where a texting and driving simulator is out to prove you can't do both at the same time. Good morning, Joel D.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Hi there, everybody. This is part of the Student Athlete Leadership Conference that's happening today here at Reservoir High. Some of the best and brightest from across the state are going to be here, and then maybe take back the skills they're learning here to everyone else, because the stats just are terrible. Every year, more than 4,000 teenagers are killed in car crashes. About 355,000 are injured. It is the #1 killer of teens in our country, and a lot of that is distracted driving. And so you're seeing this car is going to be set up to try to give kids this scenario where they can attempt to drive wearing this sort of helmet simulator and then text at the same time. Obviously, it's very difficult to do even in a normal atmosphere. In this one, it'll try to replicate some things, and they'll see just how difficult it is. Other things going on here, they'll take a pledge to not do that, and learn some other things and some valuable skills, once again, to bring back to their peers. So some of the best in the state here to learn about what you can do and what you can't do in a car, and hopefully start bringing some of those very scary numbers down. Guys?
All right. Well worth it if it saves some lives and teaches those kids some lessons.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Joel.
And it looks like a real car, but they're going to learn a real-life lesson when they get inside. I'm Joel D. Smith. Straight ahead, they're going to try to drive and text. Well, yep, not even looking out the front windshield. We'll explain why next. Stay with us.
By August 20th.
Distracted driving, especially texting, well, continues to be blamed for thousands of deaths each year. But it's hard to get that point across to confident teens that can't believe the next tragedy could be them, well, until now.
That's right. Joel D. Smith is live in Fulton, where technology is being used to show how dangerous technology, as in that texting, can be. Good morning, Joel.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Very interesting tool that we have here in Maryland today at Reservoir High School. A bunch of really the best and brightest in the state are going to be here for this big conference, and yet they're going to get inside this vehicle soon. Ned Sparks going to tell us about it. The texting driving simulator. We're going to have some smart kids here, but even they, admit sometimes they do still text and drive.
Oh, no question about it. And I think you and I have probably seen that many, many times. I mean, we even have a law against it, but it doesn't seem to stop too many people. So hopefully kids will get a first-hand experience of what can happen, and maybe take that on and talk to their friends, and maybe avoid some of these things that are become tragedies.
For all of us, we hear things, but actually doing it really makes it take hold more.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Actually experiencing and actually see what could happen.
Yeah.
And the different things, the scenarios that could take place to make an accident unfold right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
I think is really important.
And they're going to see that. We'll actually show that a little bit later this morning. So when it comes to this conference, tell me how the kids were selected to come here.
Well, the kids were nominated by their schools, and they had an opportunity. Every school had an opportunity to nominate one boy and one girl, and then after that, if we had any extras, they allowed to, bring in some extras. And these students were selected on their leadership potential.
Yeah.
And so they came here, and they'll go through some captain's courses, and they'll go through some team building courses.
A lot of different things, and then this is just one of those things. So we'll be talking to these kids throughout the day, really get a feel for why they still text and drive, even though they know it's something they shouldn't be doing.
All right, Joel.
And it's difficult. I mean, I can't say that I have never done it. I haven't since I moved to Maryland now. It's illegal, but I mean, it is difficult when you get that text in the car, though, right, Joel?
You want to see. The curiosity gets the best of you even when you're at a mature age, and when it's really something that's part of your life, even more so when you're younger. It's got to be tough, but got to break the habit. The stats are just awful when it comes to this.
Absolutely. I mean, we know curiosity killed the cat, and we don't want that happening to the kids and adults that are on the road. Thanks, Joel.
That's right. Thank you, Joel.
All right.
His head right there.
How did that not hit him and do more damage?
He got lucky. Well, parents, teachers, and friends have all told teens not to text and drive. I mean, we just showed you a perfect example of that, but nothing might be as effective as something that, well, they'll experience today in Fulton.
Yeah, you don't want to experience what that kid experienced. This may be a better lesson. Joel D. Smith is live at Reservoir High School, where a texting and driving simulator is out to prove that you cannot do both at the same time. Good morning, Joel.
Yeah, guys, we just saw that terrible story, and unfortunately, a lot of them end up the wrong way, much worse than that. And this is a way to safely display just how dangerous this all is. We've taking him back in time right here, our simulator, making him a teenager, but he's trying to do this virtual reality simulator and text at the same time, and they throw different scenarios at him. I think he, just ran a red light, not very good, and I think the police caught him after that one. Shelva, you're from Allstate. How long have you guys been doing this?
We have been working with the simulator program for 2 years now.
Yeah, what's been the result? What are the kids saying after they're in there doing this?
It's definitely an experience because it gives them a safe opportunity to see what it's like to run a red light or to have those distractions while they're in the car.
Yeah, I mean, do any of them come around saying, I thought I was better than that. I thought I could do this.
Definitely. There are a lot of them that think it's a lot easier. It looks easier, but once they get in the car and they see, you know, that they're crashing and running red lights.
Oh, there was a crash. Just had one right there. Yeah, you can get along for a little while. What we've kind of seen here is you can be a good texter or a good driver, but you cannot be both.
Exactly, and what we want them to realize is they should put the phone down and try to eliminate those distractions in the car.
And it's, yeah, we talk about the catastrophic stuff, you know, the real dangers here. But I mean, if you're just caught doing this, I mean, you could lose your license.
That is correct, and we want to make sure that they know the laws and that they know that this is something very serious.
Yeah, all right. Well, Allstate is just part of the partners that are here doing this today. A big part of what the kids are doing is a leadership seminar anyway. So some of the better kids in the state are going to learn these things, hopefully take them back to everybody else. But guys, this is a great way to safely see some of those dangerous things we were just watching in the real video, unfortunately.
Yeah, much better way to learn it there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So much safer.
Thank you, Joel.
And I'm Joel D. Smith inside this simulator. Yeah, it's tough talking and driving at the same time like now. How about when we add texting to the mix coming up? See how I do. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. Look out, cars.
Sheffield Institute for the Recording Arts.
All right. Distracted driving, especially texting, continues to be blamed for thousands of deaths each year, but it's hard to get that point across to confident teens that can't believe that the next tragedy could be them, you know, until now.
Joel D. Smith is live in Fulton, where technology is being used to show how dangerous technology and texting can really be for these people. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, guys. This crazy contraption on me is a virtual reality simulator, and it's a way for us to drive and try to text and see how this will all work out here right now. So we're going to figure this out and see if I can text you, Patrice, as we go. Storin here has been doing this for a while, and he's going to make sure it all works for us. What's been the usual reaction from everybody?
Well, people really seem to like it. They start off doing all right, but as soon as they start messing with the phone there, their driving skills definitely deteriorate.
Well, I do know I need at least one hand to drive, so why don't you hold on to the microphone here?
You got it.
And get me started. Hold that mic in nice and close. Okay, I'm ready.
All righty, here we go.
Rev it up. Oh, here we go. It's very realistic looking here. As we get going, I'm going to start trying to text. Okay. Whoa, buddy. Going too fast past me. All right. And I'll send that text right off. And here we go. This is very realistic, and you got to watch yourself on those things. What happens if you don't do well, or how are you being judged on this, Storin?
Well, I'm just observing your driving behavior right now. Actually, we're going to go ahead and have you type in I love Washington next.
Oh, you're going to tell me what to type? Okay, here we go. I love Washington. That's a long word. What are you doing to me? Washington. Luckily, I was on a straightaway. Okay, here we go here. And the thing is, some people might say, oh, well, you can just put your phone up and talk into it, but kids don't want to do that because they don't want to get caught, right?
That's exactly right, and you still have to spend a lot of time looking. Oh, yeah, ran the red light there. Oh, my goodness. Well, I think somebody got you in the intersection there. So that's going to do it for your run.
That's not so good. All right, Patrice, let's see what my texts say. At least maybe I was a better texter than I was driver.
Well, I'm looking at it here, Joel. Okay, the second one just came through. It says, I love Eshington. Can we get a close-up of what that says there?
Words there.
I love Eshington. I do love
Eshington,
Eshington.
right.
I love Eshington, yes, that's what it says. And the first one, let's see, the first one said,
Headset off and step out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
thus
Well, so
is
Patrice,
cool. Can you see that?
Thus, yeah, that's more of a, I was trying to go a little bit more, theatrical.
Yeah,
Thus is
How about
cool.
just wrong?
No, it's terrible.
How about call
And
my
meanwhile,
attention?
you got slammed
Right.
in the intersection, Joel.
Well, that happened at the end.
Yeah, you went right through a light.
It's obviously a mess, and you can't do it. And so, you know, they're going to learn this in a good way like this. And we'll be curious as we get through this later today. How confident are they before? How confident after? Because a lot of them really still think they can do both.
All right, that'll be interesting to see. Thank you, Joel.
His next text will be, call my attorney.
Yeah,
That's it.
right.
Live in high definition from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 5.
Well, most teenagers have been told not to text behind the wheel, but warnings will still only do so much. As Joel D. Smith found out in Fulton today, there are two things that young drivers say will actually work. One is experience, the other a threat.
Go ahead and hit that gas pedal.
A real car, real scenario, and real confident teens thinking they can text and drive successfully.
I should be all right, I guess, I hope. Above average.
Confident words for Austin Blair, who says he doesn't text and drive, but understands why so many do.
There's definitely a lot of temptation because, like, you always want to be in the loop with your friends and know what's going on, and you think that's more important than your safety.
The Allstate Foundation Simulator tours the country, giving kids the chance to put their money where their text is.
Once you get the hang of it, we'll have you start typing on that phone.
This is happening during a leadership conference at Reservoir High School. The idea is, if these kids can change their ways, maybe they'll lead others to do the same.
The light's off on the right, that's not fair.
So how did Austin do?
Terrible. Hit a person, hit a car.
The rest don't do much better.
Vehicular manslaughter, I did kill somebody.
I think it's a great idea. I think kids need almost like it to happen for them to really get it in their heads that, you know, it's not okay to text and drive.
So far, we're concentrating on just how bad the driving has been in this scenario, but don't forget, they were asked to text as well. That's been just as bad. Taking a look at some of these, they were supposed to write things like, my favorite sport is lacrosse. I love Maryland. Instead, my cavity sport is laxed, and I love Jizaba?
I think I only said like one or two of them that were like correct.
I'll take their phone because it's dangerous.
Put it in the trunk, put it in the back seat, make sure they don't have it.
All right, that's going to do it for you.
In Fulton, Joel D. Smith, Fox 45 News at 5.
Put the phone away. Hopefully that's what people are doing out on the roads tonight, not texting. Brandy Proctor joining us now with our Traffic Edge report. Brandy.